you're joining. Come on in. We'll be getting started here in just a moment. So right now, we're just kind of settling into our mat. Finding a nice, comfortable seat. And just close the eyes. And take some deep breaths here. A gentle, restorative style yoga class. We'll be going for about an hour. There's but if you do have a blanket that you might like to use at the end of the class, it's nice to have that handy. A couple of pillows. So at the end of the class, we'll place some pillows under the knees. So if you have a blanket and a couple pillows, go ahead and grab those. If you don't, it's totally fine. They're not totally necessary. And then, if you have a yoga mat, great. If not, don't even worry about it. We're not or anything too challenging. This time to calm the nervous system. So we do some movement and some stretching, but the intention is not how deep can you stretch or how long can you hold the poses. The intention really is how much can you let go and how much can you surrender through this process. I like to start these classes off with like a little personal anecdote, or sometimes I'll do a little bit of astrology, but I like to start off with some kind of theme. And I get themes from a lot of different places. And the theme that came to my mind for today is from an amazing 5-year-old. His name is Peter. I am involved in a land project, an outdoor art park that's being built in the mountains of Colorado. It's called Everland, and so it was perfectly suited that one of my dear friends' son came to live here with her, and his name is Peter. So I've been spending a lot of time with Peter from Everland, and it's quite different than Neverland. And I've been learning so much. It's amazing like how much you can learn from a 5-year-old. And one of the practices that I've been working on in my personal practice for a while, that he's now teaching me about, is this practice of manifestation. And he was actually spending some time a couple of weeks ago, and he was asked what anything he wanted to manifest. He's got a lot of spiritual adults in his life that have these really adult conversations with him. And he said, I'd like to have an ATV, all-terrain vehicle. And the person who asked him this, Chachi, he said, well, you know how you manifest? You already have it. And Peter said, oh, well, I do already have it. It's just not here yet. And like 5 days later, came to artists and builders coming here to build amazing like outdoor Burning Man style art. And an artist came and he had gotten this message, and he literally bought Peter a tiny little full for a 5-year-old ATV. And it was like he literally manifested this exact thing. And so we've been talking a lot about manifesting different things. Hi, Peter. He's from back there. And about something that he wanted. I asked him what he wanted, and he just said, in the cart. And of course he was referring to an Amazon, like maybe his mom literally has it in the cart but hasn't made think about how manifestation is a lot like online shopping. And that's like the theme that I'm working with right now, is this idea that when we have something that we want, out those rockets of desire out into the world, there's a little bit of the time that we want it, that's when it gets in the cart. The time that we decide we actually deserve it, that's when we actually hit order, to the time when it actually gets delivered. And of course there's crazy things like quarantines that can make things take longer. There are these circumstances, but that doesn't mean it's not on its way. My sister finally got toilet paper that she had ordered online 3 months ago. That's the theme that I'm working with today. I asked for people about what they would like to manifest in their life, and I'd like you to just take a minute to check in with yourself and think about what would you like to manifest in your life. And we're going to kind of like dedicate our practice to that which we really want so much that maybe we think about what it might feel like to think we already have it and it's just on its way. So for those of you that are just joining, hi, welcome. Go ahead and find your comfortable seat. Settle in, close the eyes. I'll be posting a replay of this video, and for those of you that get the emails, you'll get an email of this video if you are interested in the beginning part of the class, where I talked a little bit about how manifesting is like shopping online shopping. But I want you to just think about something, maybe it's an actual item, like the 5-year-old Peter I've been hanging out with manifested an all-terrain vehicle for himself. But maybe it's a feeling. Maybe it's a feeling of joy or peace, or maybe it's a lifestyle, or a relationship, or a job, or just whatever it is that's on your heart, something that you want so much. Maybe you don't quite believe that you deserve it yet. So you haven't fully decided to make the order to the universe. But maybe it's something you're interested in, so you're going to go ahead and put it in your shopping cart. And we're just going to dedicate our practice today towards manifesting whatever that thing is that you would like in your life. So take a moment to set your intention, to think about what you're manifesting, what you're creating, desiring. And once you have thought of your intention, of your future manifestation, then please bring the palms to press together at heart center. We'll begin with 2 cleansing breaths and 1 Om. The intention of this Om is to just fill your space, to cleanse your space. That's it, just make a sound. So we'll do 2 cleansing breaths and 1 Om, in through the nose and out through the mouth. This time sigh. This time Om. With the eyes closed, begin to rub the hands together, create a little bit of heat and friction with the hands. Hands are warmed up. Place them over the eyes and just feel the heat of the hands soften your face. This opportunity to smile. And when you're ready, peel the palms away, flutter the eyes open, the hands down. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, flip the palms, open the heart. And on an exhale, tuck the chin, press the palms away. time. And exhale, round it down. And if anybody's joining in, you can just jump right in. Let's do 2 more. This is a really accessible practice that you can jump in at any point. Last one, inhale up. Exhale, float the hands down to the earth in front of you, and just take a nice forward fold here with the legs crossed. I like to sway side to side. Deep breaths. Let's do 2 more deep breaths here. And exhale. And slowly walk the hands back towards the feet. Switch which foot you have in front or on top. Inhale, sweep the arms up, touch the palms overhead. And exhale, lower the right arm down, left arm reaches. Through center. And exhale to the other side. And we're just going to move and flow here. So inhale, reaching up. Exhale, just warming up the spine. Warming up the breath. Beautiful. Find your own rhythm. Find your own pace. Taking 1 or 2 more. Just ending on the opposite side from where you began. And inhale, reaching up to center. Exhale, twisting to the right, float the hands down. Left hand on the right behind you. And it's just a little kickstand here. So, nothing but just propping you up nice and tall. Take it. And exhale, twist, bring the chin over that shoulder. Maybe even move the eyes into the corners of their sockets. A little engaged through the biceps if you wish. 1 more big inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. And exhale, twist in the opposite direction. So again, just a little grip through the arms, knees through the biceps, bring the chin over the eyes. 2 deep breaths here. Last one, big inhale. Now we're going to just flow. So inhale up through center. Exhale, twisting to the side. Inhale up through center. And twisting once again. Just find your rhythm here. Maybe you've heard me say this before. I like to think about just cleansing my personal energetic space. Almost like the hands are just sweeping away any energy that does not belong to you. Or any energy that might be holding you back from that intention, that thing that you are manifesting. Taking 1 or 2 more. Just ending on the opposite side from where you began. Inhale up through center. And exhale, float the hands down. And just like we did on that first side, you can start to sway a little bit side to side. Just notice if it feels different now that the legs are crossed in the opposite direction. 2 more deep breaths here. Last one, big inhale. And slowly start to come. Extend the legs out in front and just give them a little shake. We're going to do an easy forward fold flow. Full rotation of the arms. Reach it up, touch the palms. Nice and forward fold. Let's do a few more just like that. Big inhales. And exhale. Two more. Last one. And slowly start to come on up. Let's bring the legs wide here. So we're going to come into our wide-legged forward fold position. The legs are straight out, and you just want to have the feet either flexed strongly or pointed, right? I'm going to flex my feet today. I know it's hard to see. The cameras don't make so much room for everything. Feet. And then let's start to rock the pelvis a little bit, forward and back. As I mentioned earlier, this is just a gentle restorative yoga class. Movement here in the beginning of the class with the intention of finding our way towards stillness at the end of the class. So just know we're getting our bodies ready. It's not how much can you stretch, this is how much can you relax and receive and surrender. And then when your belly button is pointing towards the earth, bring the hands forward and just start to sway. Nice deep here. You might start to walk the hands forward. The deepest breaths that you have taken all day. And you might start to deepen away, rolling the shoulder. Doesn't have to touch. Just breathe. Do 3 more deep breaths. Last one, big. And exhale. And slowly walk the hands back towards the body. The soles of the feet together, knees wide. You can grab a hold of the ankles as you kind of shimmy the ankles close to the body here so that the knees can open up wide and the feet are going to. As you grasp the ankles, roll the shoulders up and back. Shoulder blades pushing the heart forward. Big inhale here. And then feet. You'll find your edge pretty easily here, and if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, you can widen the shoulder blades and press the elbows into the knees. You might rock back and forth just a little bit, or flutter the knees. I like that. My yoga poses, but feel into it. Big inhale. And exhale. Hi, Peter. Last one, big inhale. And exhale. And when you're ready, slowly come on up. Let's bring the left knee in and slide. Then scoop that left foot up and over. So finding your way, you're really grounded and centered here. Both sits bones are really planted in the earth. And from there, right arm wraps around the left knee. And as you ground down into the sits bones, about sitting up as tall as you can while you're hugging a nice stretch in the side of the glute. This is kind of the piriformis area for me. Find a little rock, a little sway. If you'd like to take it deeper, you can inhale, left arm reaches. And exhale, bring that hand behind you. Again, it's not weight bearing, just a little kickstand here. And breathe for 3. Two. Maybe take a sigh if that feels good. Last one, big inhale. And exhale. So there's 2 ways to switch to the other side in this pose. You can simply just switch the feet, or you can bring your hands to your right side and roll on the tips of the toes and roll all the way around until you're facing front. It's a little trickier. See if you feel like giving it a try. Maybe you want to try it after class. See how that feels. Alright, so we're in the same position here now on the other side. Really root down into the sits bones, sit up nice and tall, and left arm wraps around right knee. And as you're sitting tall, hugging the knee in, you can start to sway if that feels good to you. And if you're looking for a little bit more, we're going to inhale, that right arm reaches. And exhale, bring it back down behind you. And bring the chin over the shoulder, bring the eyes into the corners of the sockets. Just like we did before. Deep twist and breathing into that hip area. 2 more deep breaths. Last one, big inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. When you're ready, gently unwind. And please find your way into the tabletop position. Knees under the hips. Hands under the shoulders. And just move the cow. Belly, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze. That's usually on the inhale. And then cat on the exhale. Press the palms away, tuck the chin. And just a couple rounds here, big inhales. And exhale. Two more. Last one, big inhale. And exhale. And slowly come back through center, through neutral. From here, walk the hands forward about 1.5 hand lengths. We're hips towards the heels, and then I'll swing the hips right and forward. And exhale. Exhale, left and back. Let's do 2 more. Mind wanders, come back to your intention. What is it that you're manifesting? Dedicating your practice to that. Beautiful. Next time the hips come towards the heels. Inhale, hips swing left and forward. And right and back. Let's do a couple more. A little bit of popping and cracking in the knees is normal as long as there's not any sharp pain. Big inhale. Exhale. let's find child's pose. So sitting back on the heels, the knees are just slightly widened here, and you can release the arms forward, forehead to the earth. Close the eyes. Remember your intention. What are you dedicating your practice to? And take 5 deep breaths for 5. 4. 3. 2 more deep breaths. Last one. In it. Mind swings. So directly underneath the shoulder, hands come straight out from the elbows. There's energy as the feet press into the earth, the pelvis presses into the earth, and draw towards the body, which is going to allow you, just like we did before, to squeeze the shoulder blades and scoop the heart through. Gaze can come forward. Find a neutral back of the neck so we're not down or up, but extension of the beautiful line from the tips of your toes up through your pelvis and curving up through the spine and the neck and out the crown of the head. Last one, big inhale. And exhale. And slowly rolling down on the side, and the palms come together. So we're stacking the top of each other. One right on top of the other. And then the forehead to the hands. This one's called Makrasana, or the intention behind this pose. My teacher basically told me that the poses are named after the qualities that we learn from these animals. So when the head is resting on the hands, just provides just enough resistance for the breath. That the breath becomes just a little bit more challenging. We're actually breath strengthening. Just like the crocodile breath underwater for long periods. A few more deep breaths, so keep holding and just coming back to the theme for today. This theme of manifestation. And how it might be a little bit like online shopping. Sometimes something's in the cart, you're not quite ready. Then once you've made your order, you still have to wait for it to be delivered. And the lessons from the crocodile are quite similar. The crocodile will wait and wait and wait for the perfect time to strike its prey. And then once it does, it will pull it underwater and hide it under a log and let it ferment until it gets really juicy and really ready. So coming back to your intention, what are you manifesting right now? And just think about how maybe you're still waiting for that perfect thing to come along, that perfect time to strike. Or maybe you've already decided, but there's still a waiting for the fermentation process, right? There's still this sense that it's coming. It wouldn't be on your list of things you wanted to manifest, now would it? All right, 4 more deep breaths here. Think of your intention. 3. 2. Last one, big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, gently lifting the head. I'm going to bring the arms out to a T. So I'm just going to adjust this other camera so it's a little bit easier to see. So the arms are going to come out to a T. We'll start with that right arm flat on the earth. So palm faces down. And then bring the left hand underneath the left shoulder. So you've got a little bit of a cricket leg happening with that left elbow. Bend into the left knee. Take a nice deep breath. And on the exhale, roll towards your right hip. Look left. So the idea here is that that right hand is still flat into the earth. Woo! If this is too much of a stretch for you, just take some of the weight into your left hand. You can even drop that left knee forward. But if you like the big stretch, that left foot comes behind the right knee. Right ear rests on the earth or on a pillow or a block. And just send the breath right where you feel the stretch, wherever that may be, for 5. 4. 3 more deep breaths. 2. Last one, big inhale. And exhale. Slowly taking the weight into the left hand as you roll back towards center. Finding your way back onto your belly. This time left arm extends straight back behind, or straight out from that left shoulder. So palm faces down. And bend into the right elbow, bringing the right hand underneath the right shoulder, and bend into the right knee. Take a nice deep breath here. And on the exhale, look to the right as you roll to the left. Maybe you notice one side's tighter than the other. That's totally normal. Just notice. Left ear rests either on the earth or on a pillow or on a block. That right foot can be behind. Again, if this is too much for you, take some of the weight in the right hand, or you can even bring the right knee forward. That's going to take, if it's really too intense in that left shoulder. But if it feels good to bring that right foot behind the left knee. We're going to close our eyes and take 5 deep breaths. And if the mind wanders, just come back to your intention for 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one, big inhale. And exhale. Slowly taking the weight into your right hand and rolling back down onto the belly. This time we're going to bring the right knee in towards the chest and the right elbow down towards the right knee. It doesn't need to be touching. They're just kind of close to each other. The left arm slides up over the head as you gaze towards your right. Your left ear is going to come to the earth, or some people like to prop their head up on their hand. I'll let that be up to you. I like to really bring the ear to the earth and bring my heart to the earth. And just close the eyes and let yourself surrender here. Tune in with your heartbeat. Tune in with the heartbeat of the earth. And just imagine any stress or drama in your life just melting out of your body and releasing into the earth. I like to think of this pose as letting gravity win for once. We'll be here for 4 more deep breaths. 3. 2. Last one big inhale. And exhale. When you're ready, gently shifting to the opposite side. So this time you're going to bend into your left knee and bring your left elbow towards the left knee. They don't have to be touching. Right arm comes up and overhead, and you can rest your hand underneath your cheek, or I like to rest the cheek directly on the earth. It's kind of a traditional belly sleeping position. It's just great for calming the central nervous system. Release any tension in your body. Even in your mind, as your head is right here on the earth, just visualize any tension in your mental space, just draining into the earth. Release. Feel any tension in your physical body. Release. And feel any tension in your energetic or emotional body. Also just release into the earth for 5 deep breaths. If the mind wanders, just come back to your intention. 4. 3. 2 more deep breaths. Last one big inhale. And exhale. Slowly straightening the leg and shifting back until the hands are underneath the shoulders. And we're going to press up and back once again into child's pose. We're going to add on here by bringing the palms to press together at the nape of the neck and walk the elbows forward a little bit. Finding a nice stretch through underneath the arms, and also as the hands are in what is sometimes called a prayer position, just come back to your intention. What are you manifesting? What are you calling in? 4 deep breaths. 3. 2.
Last one, big inhale. And exhale. Slowly release the hands and start to find your way
Up through the seated position and onto your back. Finding your way onto the back. If anybody is joining in late or watching the replay, it's totally fine to join in at any time. We're getting close to our final relaxation, so just doing a little bit of floor work. Now's the perfect time to join in. Hug the knees into the chest and just rock side to side. Let's make some circles with the knees in one direction. And some circles with the knees in the other direction. From here, let's bring the legs straight up overhead. Let's bring the arms up over the shoulders. So this is a great way to just release any tension in the body, to open up those channels of energy to flow in the opposite direction. And then we're just going to circle the wrists and the ankles in one direction. A little bit of popping and cracking is okay, again, if there's no sharp pain. And in the other direction. And from here, let's go ahead and lower the left foot to the ground and grab a hold of the right hamstring. So just wherever you can grab up the leg, depending on your flexibility, actually. And from here, we're going to take some big circles with the entire leg in one direction. So waking up the back of the leg, the hamstring. Deep breaths. And in the other direction, deep breaths. And when you're ready, placing that right ankle on the left knee. So the hips are going to try and wiggle here, but engage the abdominals to keep them steady and reach through and grab a hold of the left hamstring. So this right hand goes through the little figure 4 hole that you just made. So the feet can be pointed or flexed. And just a little rock side to side if that feels good in your body. You can draw the left knee towards you. You can even engage into the right elbow to press the right knee away from you. And let's take 5 deep breaths here. 4. 3. 2 more deep breaths. Last one, big inhale. And exhale. Release the left foot. Unwind the right. And left foot up and into the air. Grabbing a hold on the back of the left leg, wherever you wish. Just have to hold on to their pants leg, and that's okay too. We're just going to circle the leg. Just nice big circles here in one direction. Deep breaths. And big circles in the other direction. And when you're ready, bringing that left elbow to the right knee. Stabilize the pelvis and reach through that space that you just created, grabbing a hold of that right hamstring and drawing the knees in. So right knee hugs in, left knee might move away with that left elbow a little bit. And only if it feels good, you can rock a little side to side. Let's take 5 deep breaths here for 5. 4. Ah. 3. 2 more deep breaths. Ah. Last one, big inhale. And exhale. And slowly release the right leg, release the left leg, and grab your pillows. If you have them. If you don't, this is something you can do without the pillows, but it's kind of nice to have them. So we're going to bring the soles of the feet together and the knees wide. And the pillows are meant to be under the knees so that your inner thighs are not straining to be in this position. Allow the palms to face up. Allow the body to really surrender to this force of gravity. Tune into some nice big belly breaths. Ah. 4 more deep breaths here. 3. 2 more deep breaths. Last one, big inhale. And exhale. Really juicy and really good for you. Please feel free to stay here for our final relaxation. If it's not the best, if it's not the juiciest, then we're going to bring the hands to the outsides of the legs, press the knees together, and extend the legs one at a time. Now, if you have any lower back pain at all, I would invite you to place your pillows under your knees. The palms still face up, eyes are closed. Get any last wiggles and jiggles out of the way. Coming into our final relaxation. Slowly bring all of your awareness down into your toes. Without moving a muscle, just simply the power of your awareness. Relax your toes. Relax your feet. Relax your ankles. Feel a wave of relaxation, almost like a laser beam, because it goes through every single cell. Skin, flesh, and bones. Relax up through the shins and the calves. Relax the knees. Relax the quadriceps, hamstrings, inner and outer thighs. Relax into the hip flexors or groin area, into the outer hips and around into the glutes or buttocks muscles. Soften and relax from the back side of the body through to the front side of the body. Relax the psoas and the abdominals, the internal organs, even the pelvis and the pelvic floor and the hip joints soften and relax. As you relax all the way up through the abdomen, relax the diaphragm, the lungs and the ribs, the intercostal muscles between the ribs soften and relax. And into the heart space. As you soften the heart, think about what does that mean for you to have a soft heart. Relax into the chest or pectoral muscles, into the armpits and down the side bodies to the lower back. Soften and relax the lower, middle, and upper back. Let the shoulder blades melt into the earth. Relax across the tops of the shoulders and into the biceps and triceps. Relax the elbows, the forearms, the wrists. Relax the backs and the palms of the hands and into the tips of all 10 fingers. Can you feel that gentle vibration, that pulsation of life force or prana or chi in the tips of the fingers? From the tips of the fingers back up through the hands, the lower arms, the upper arms, the shoulders. Relax down the collarbones and up the front of the neck, around the sides of the neck and up the back of the neck. Relax all the way up the back of the neck, the back of the head, to the crown of the head as it softens and opens. Relax the skull and the scalp. Even relax the hair. And into the forehead, let the forehead melt. Melt through the temples, the sides of the head, the ears, and into the lower jaw. Relax all the way down the lower jaw to the chin, the lips, the tongue. Even relax the teeth and the roof of the mouth. From the roof of the mouth through the sinuses to the nose and cheeks, relax across the nose and cheeks. And into the eye area, relax the eyebrows, the eyelids, the circular muscles that line the eye sockets. Even the eyeballs relax and sink deep. There's a gentle inwards and upwards rotation of the eyes, nothing forced, totally natural as your awareness comes to the center of the brain at the tippy top of the spinal column. Relax the brain as a muscle, feel it soften. And allow yourself to drop into your heart space. Visualize whatever it is that you want to manifest. Allow yourself to not only desire that thing or that feeling or that situation, but to know in your heart that you deserve it enough to place the order, to get it out of the shopping cart. And while it might not appear immediately, just trust the universe that once you've decided, once you've made that choice, that it is coming to you. It will be delivered. Even if it takes longer than expected, even if it comes more quickly than expected. Allow yourself to feel as if you already have that which you desire, and allow that feeling to fill up for you. What would it feel like, that moment of receiving whatever it is that you are calling in? Feeling that feeling in your body as you deepen the breath. You might get what I like to call truth bumps. Deep breaths here. You can wiggle the fingers and the toes and move the wrists and the ankles. Move the head to side, keep breathing deep. Reach the arms up overhead, take a nice full body stretch, stretch fingertips all the way down to the toes. Big inhale. And exhale, soften. Bend one knee at a time and slowly roll to either side through the fetal position. Allow yourself to be comforted and held in this fetal position for just a moment. It's like getting to cuddle with yourself for just a moment. I like to think of it as getting spooned by the universe. And when you're ready, gently press yourself up. If you can keep your eyes closed, that's great. If not, no worries. Find your comfortable seat. Sit up nice and tall. And as you recall your intention, feel that feeling in your body like you already have it. As you slowly bring the palms to press together at heart center. Sealing our practice with 2 cleansing breaths and 1 Om in through the nose and out through the mouth. This time sigh. And this time Om. Thumbs to the heart, then the lips, then the forehead. Reminds us to keep this vision of what we are working towards, to keep that vision in your heart, to keep that vision in your words, the way you speak about it, and to keep that vision in your mind, the way you think about it. As we bow to each other, it is to all living beings, the energy, the intention, the desires in me. Honor the energy and intentions and desires within each of you. Namaste. And for those of you that I haven't met yet, my name is Kim. I have been doing this restorative class every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. Colorado time. I also have another class that's a little bit more active, and that's at 9 a.m. on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I've been posting Facebook Live. So if you're interested in doing more than just the restorative, connect with me. I'm happy to get you that information. I'm also just kind of putting this out there to the world, the classes that I'm doing on Facebook Live as like donation based. And so if there's anyone in your life that maybe can't afford to do certain programs and yoga and this and that, just connect with me. I'm happy to share it with the world and just hoping to help people calm their central nervous system in these crazy times. So thank you so much, and namaste. Let's see, how are you guys doing?